I'm going to tell you a story about a garab. I think some of you know what's a garab. No? None of you? A garab is that nice guy who sells water in Jamafna with the red clothing, the hat. He goes around Jamafna and sells water. That's the garab. So, it has been told that there was a garab who one day thought that he wanted to do something really special about his job to make him special among the other garabs in the same town. So he thought, maybe I will stop selling the water and start selling some juice, sweet juice. So he took grapes and made juice of it. It's not wine, it's just juice. Just juice. He made it in the shade and keep it too cold. The next day he wore nice clothes and he went around the town. While he was going around the town, he was keeping saying, who seeks protection from God, no one will harm him. He was going around, who seeks protection from God, no one will harm him. One of the men in the town stopped him and asked him to serve him. And the garab did actually, he served that man. That man was really pleased with that juice. So he was calling on other people, you should come and try this juice, it's really sweet, it's really cold. So a lot of people gathered among the garab. He became really known in the town. So day by day, he became really known that the king heard about him. So one day, the king asked one of his servants to go and look for that garab. Actually, the garab king. Who can refuse something from the king? He came to the palace, stand in front of the king. Are you the garab that I heard about that you're selling this sweet juice? He said, it's me, my Your Highness. He said, okay, can you serve me please? And the garab actually served the king. The king, after being served, was really pleased with it. So he was so pleased that he asked the garab to serve all his advisors. He gave the garab a bag of gold coin, and he asked all the advisors to give him the same amount, a bag of gold coin. That's a lot of money. So, and he told him, you're no longer garab in the town, you're gonna just serve me and work for me in my palace. So, day by day, the garab came into the palace, served the king, served all the advisors, and take that big amount of money. But day by day, one of the most trusted advisors of the king got really envious of that garab. And he said, how comes that he's just a garab? He gets all that money that I don't get in 1 month. I should think of something to make the king chase out of that garab from the palace. So one day, like a normal, the garab came, served the king, served all the advisors, was coming out of the palace. That advisor stopped the garab. He said, come over here. He said, yes sir. He said, I have something to tell you. You know the king, he's really complaining about your breath. You're smelling. So think about doing something, otherwise he's gonna really be upset. He's gonna chase you out of the palace. I'm just giving you advice. Miskin the garab was really naive. He believed the advisor. So next day, he came to the palace wearing a veil on his face. The king saw the garab. He was wondering why he's putting that veil on his face. Well, I don't mind. As soon as he serves me, I don't care. So the garab served the king, served all the advisors, and went off. After that advisor went to the king, and he told the king, well, Your Highness, I have something to tell you. You know that garab, you've been so nice to him all these days, but I heard that he says that you're really smelling. That's why he was putting the veil on his face, because he says you smell like really, he can't stand being next to you. That king was really upset. He said, how dare him say that about me? I am the king, and I was really nice with him. So the king thought about a way to get rid of the garab, poor garab. So the next day, the garab came, as usually, served the king, served all the advisors. They gave him the same amount of money, but at the end, the king gave him a vase made of gold with beautiful flowers. He told him, that's a gift for you, because you've been so nice, you've been serving me all these days, the same sweet juice, and I'm so pleased with you. This is a gift for you. The garab was really happy and pleased with that gift, so he was coming out of the palace. But then, that same advisor stopped him. Said, hey you, where are you going with that beautiful vase? Who gave it to you? I said, well, the king gave it to me as a gift. Okay, just give it to me. And Give it to me, I'll give you something instead. But before the king gave the vase to the garab, he went to the guardians of the palace and he told them, whenever you see someone coming out of the palace with a beautiful vase made of gold with beautiful flowers, you just cut off his head without asking any questions. That's an order. I don't care who is he, just cut off his head. So the garab was supposed to go out with the vase, but the advisor took it from him. The advisor was coming out with his sentence of death, and that's it. The guardian cut off his head. So one of the servants saw the advisor with his head off. He went to the king. He said, Your Highness, your most trusted advisor got killed by the guardian. So how did that happen? So the king ran to the guardian. And actually he saw that his advisor has been killed by the guardian. He said, why did you do this? He said, well, Your Highness, you give us order that whenever we see someone coming out with a vase made of gold, we just cut off his head without asking questions. This is what we do. This is what we did. And then he looked, he found that the vase of gold was with the advisor, but he gave it to the garab. He was asking questions. How did this happen? I give it to the garab. So he would be killed because of the thing that he said about me. He said to one of his servants to go and look for the garab. Actually, the garab came to the palace. He said, what did you do with the vase made of gold that I gave you as a gift? He said, well, Your Highness, I was coming out of the palace, and your advisor came to me. He asked me to give it to him, and I couldn't say no. I was just a garab. He's your advisor. I can't say no. And the king started thinking, what a coincidence. He was supposed to die. He said, okay, well, why you were putting that veil on your face while you were serving me? Well, Your Highness, the same advisor came to me, and he told me that my breathing is smelling. So I put it so you won't get upset with me. And then the king realized it was a trap from the advisor because he felt really envious from the garab. So as a reward, the king asked the garab, not advisor, the advisor is dead, asked the garab to take the place of his most trusted advisor and just forget about being a garab. And this is when it comes that he was saying, whenever we seek protection from God, no one will harm him. That's the lesson of the story. Thank you for that.
Sarah, thank you very much. Wonderful. Thank you.
And now I'm going to leave you with the Hajj again. He's going to tell you a story. I know that you don't understand Darija, but still you can go with it. It takes you with the imagination and everything. He's so good at it. Thank you.